The Bouquet residence, the lady of the house speaking. Welcome to the Gaily Digest. That little intro there was a little dedication to the late Dame Patricia Routledge, who sadly passed away on the 3rd of October. I am Nigel.
And I am Joshua.
Welcome to the Gaily Digest this week. We have another fun-packed episode for you. We tackle the dilemmas of what if. We talk about phobias in conversation, and we've got our usual segment where Josh becomes a moany old bitch in the complaints closet, and we're going to be starting off the show with a little dedication to the late icon that she was, Dame Patricia Routledge. So without further ado, let's crack on with the show. So recently we had some sad news, didn't we, Josh? On the 3rd of October, the world lost an icon. The icon that is Dame Patricia Routledge, who had a magnificent career, and she was an absolute amazing person when she portrayed Mrs. Bucket, or it's pronounced Bouquet as it is, in Keeping Up Appearances. And I think would it be fair to say that she's actually become an icon amongst the LGBTQ plus community?
Yeah, I think the gays love a diva, and she was definitely a
She was
diva.
absolutely, she was a diva.
And
Um,
the shade.
some of the things that she got up to in some of the shows. I mean, it wasn't just keeping up appearances. I mean, she was famous for other things as well. I mean, she was Hetty Wainthropp in Hetty Wainthropp Investigates, and she was also Kitty in Victoria Wood, as seen on TV as well. But Dame Patricia Routledge, she sadly died age 96. Very good age, very good age. And so she was born in 1929 in Birkenhead in February. She was educated at Birkenhead High School, showed an early interest in performance, singing in choirs, participating in drama at school. She studied English language and literature at the University of Liverpool and trained at the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School. She made her professional stage debut in 1952 at the Liverpool Playhouse in A Midsummer Night's Dream. She had early West End appearances beginning in the 1950s. She worked in Broadway, won a Tony Award for Darling of the Day in 1968. She won a Laurence Olivier Award in 1988 for Best Actress in a Musical for her role as the old lady in Candidate at the Old Vic. It would be fair to say that even though I think she performed as Kitty in Victoria Wood before starting her role as Hyacinth Bouquet. Hyacinth Bouquet was absolutely her breakthrough television role. Um, I mean, it aired from 1990 to 1995, and I think it's fair to say I've probably watched every episode on repeat over the years, and I never get bored of it.
I,
It's
I think you can play them at any time, any day. It doesn't matter. They will always make you laugh. You know what's coming, and you'll start laughing before it comes because you know what's coming up.
it's just the absolute snobbery of the character,
And the
and
hats, all of the hats.
and the clothing changes, the outfit changes that she has every time. You know, she could. It's like we recently rewatched Sea Fever, didn't we? Which was the Christmas special where she went on the QE2
She is me when I go on
and
holiday.
what, changing outfits every 5 minutes.
Yes, and like 16 different suitcases that are all a matching set.
I mean, there was so many iconic lines as well that she managed to just do so well. I mean, her white slimline telephone with automatic redial, and her sister Violet with sauna and room for a pony, swimming pool, sauna and room for a pony. And Sister Daisy, she's not the one with a sauna, swimming pool, and room for a pony.
Doesn't she say she's the one without the sauna and the swimming pool, and there certainly isn't room for a pony? Is that the line?
Something like that. But I mean, she owned that role. She owned that role. I think it's fair to say that when when the news broke that she had passed away, I think I think I was genuinely, you see and hear people that have appeared in TV shows that you enjoy, that you like, and you think, oh, that's sad, and you do feel a little bit sad that they're no longer with us and that they've passed on. But with her, I would say that I was genuinely devastated to the point where I actually felt like crying because she is a legend. She's an absolute legend. She's never had any kind of controversy around her. She's never gotten into any trouble. She's not caused any trouble. She's not the person that has been. She's not. She doesn't seem to have had disagreements with people. She's not had professional fallouts or anything like that. She just strikes me as one of those people that is absolutely 100% genuine and just wants to make people happy, wants to make people laugh, and that's, I think, why she got into comedy.
Yeah, and I
Would you
think
agree?
like, well, it started in, did you say 1990?
Yeah.
So that was when I was born, and so then the repeats and the reruns were always on as I was growing up. Because
Mm,
I was with my grandparents a lot growing up, because obviously my parents worked, and they would have it on all the time.
mm.
So I've grown up with it, especially the Hetty Wainfrop. My grandma had that on. She even recorded them on the VHS and played them all the time. So I've grown up with her literally throughout my life, and even now I will still watch them when I see them. And she's just how she just switch. It's like she's somebody else. She just
Yeah,
switches into the role. She becomes that character, and
yeah.
I could not see anybody else playing those
She's
roles.
she's just an amazing actress. She's got that ability to be able to just switch roles, switch her character, switch her personality, and own that role. And she just has that power to just entertain, to make you laugh. And the way it's not just the things she says, it's also the things she does. So like the physical portrayal as well as as what the lines that she delivers. Um, and I just, yeah, she's just an absolute icon. And to learn that she passed away, I mean, I think we knew it was going to be inevitable one day. And I think I said to you once before that there's one person, there's one TV star that when they pass away, the world will get darker. And I said to you, I genuinely do not know how I'd feel the day she passes away. And now I know, and it was immense sadness. And now I just look back and I look and remember all the shows that she was in and the performances that she gave us, and I think our lives are richer for having had her in them, bringing us entertainment. Um, but yeah, she was awarded the OBE in 1993, later a CBE in 2004, and in 2017 she was made a Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire, DBE, for services to theatre and charity. And I think that was well deserved. I think that was.
I just know if Hyacinth got that award, she would have turned up in like combat gear and a special beret thing.
She'd have definitely outshone the Queen, wouldn't she?
Something would have gone
Um,
wrong, and she would have ended up in the march with the soldiers or something because she went the wrong way or something like that.
But yeah, she was voted Britain's favourite actress in 1996 at the BBC's 60th anniversary awards. She's also known for charitable work as well and patronage of various arts organisations and education institutions. Um, and sadly, on the 3rd of October this year, she died peacefully in her sleep, aged 96, surrounded by family. Dame Patricia Routledge, thank you for the laughter and thank you for the smiles that you've brought us. Should we have another chat, Josh?
Go on then, if I have to.
You're so enthusiastic with these little chats in conversation, aren't you?
That was me being excited.
That was you being, believe me, I think I've seen you more excited. Anyway, moving on. So, what are we going to be talking about this week, Josh?
I think we're going to talk about phobias.
Yes. Well, it's beginning of October now, isn't it? So, we're partway through
season.
Partway through October. October? I swear this is just hot chocolate I'm drinking.
with a bit of whiskey or Baileys in it.
You know what? I have got the Bailey's squirty cream, but I'm saving that for a special occasion, and that can go on my hot chocolate. Anyway, so yeah, we're now in October, so it is the spooky season. Autumn is in full flow, so we're going to be talking about phobias. So I'm sure everybody somewhere has a phobia of some kind. Do you have any phobias, Josh? What phobias do you have if you do?
One that you already know that I have is open water.
What's that called? There's a name for that, isn't there?
I bet it's something that doesn't even sound like that. But it's not like I can swim. I can swim really well. I just don't like to not be able to see the bottom of the water. So if you put me in a pool, I'm fine. I'm happy. Anything to do with like if it's a lake or the ocean, anything that's open, it's not going above my knee, the water. Because I just have this irrational fear that Jaws is going to get me.
So I've just looked it up. Fear of open water is known as thalassophobia. So you have thalassophobia.
I do have a very big fear of open water. I won't even go on a boat.
Not even a ferry. Not even to the Isle of Wight.
No, because I'd have the thought that if it's sunk, I'm gonna be having to swim in open water, and I don't know what's underneath. I blame my family making me watch Jaws as a child. Remember that?
It?
Do you remember that boat scene under the water when they're scuba diving and they look in the window of the boat and then that corpse floats past?
Oh, lovely. Yes.
Yeah, that's traumatized me forever now, so I can't go in open water.
Any other phobias?
Probably generic heights. I'm not a fan of heights. Although I don't mind being on a plane. I think it's like if I was standing on a ledge or something, that's when I get really not sweaty palms panicking. But in a plane, I'm fine. It's strange. I'm strange.
So fear of heights or phobia of heights is acrophobia.
Probably spiders as well. That's a big one. I really do not like.
Arachnophobia. Yeah. So, I mean, growing up, I always thought fear of heights was vertigo, but it's not. Vertigo is a condition. I don't know why. I think that was just taught to me at a young age that I always thought vertigo was the fear of heights, but it's not. It's acrophobia. But I think it's like we say. I think it's safe to say a lot of people have various different phobias, and there's really obscure ones out there. I mean, for me, arachnophobia is definitely one. I don't like spiders, even the little ones, that wouldn't really do me any harm. I'm like, no, get away from me. I don't want you here. I don't. I would say I do have a fear of open water because I don't like the thought of being in open water out of anything, but I don't think I have it to the extreme that you have, like where you can't even get on a boat because of the fear of it sinking.
Yes, although I think with the arachnophobia, we have pretty bad luck because Ash has pet tarantulas.
Yes. So, when he said he was going to get one,
he ended up with several.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I thought
maybe
to
he meant
myself,
1 dozen.
1 dozen. Don't put that
Yeah.
idea in his head, will you?
So, do you have any other fears other than spiders and possibly water, unless you're on a boat?
Um, unless I'm on a boat. You know what? I can't think of any other fears that I have. I probably
What
have got
what
fears.
what is a phobia of reform voters?
Uh, common sense.
Hmm, that's easy to remember.
I wonder if there is actually a phobia of that, or if someone's actually said, um,
It's probably a generic one, like fear of a certain political view or something. I bet there is. There's a phobia for everything. I have some funny phobias to share with you actually shortly.
"Hmm, is this your selection of phobias that you've come up with?
Well, I haven't come up with them. They're actually real.
But you know what I mean. You've done your research, you twat.
And by research, he means I just typed it in Google and got a list.
It's still research. It takes you to the source material, doesn't it? So
True.
yeah, so we're talking about phobias, and something we're going to be doing in upcoming episodes, as well as this one, is we're going to be talking about all the different kinds of phobias that there are. We're gonna be looking up and doing some research around what the most bizarre phobias are, and or phobias that we've never really heard of before. Um, so I'm hoping this will be a little bit educational as well. So we're each going to pick a letter of the alphabet, or we've each been given a letter of the alphabet, and we're going to do one letter each episode, or every other episode, and we're going to start with that now. And I think the Josh is starting with A. So Josh, other than acrophobia and arachnophobia, what phobias have you come up with that begin with A?
Well, I've got to try and pronounce these, because they don't make these easy to pronounce.
This is half
And
the fun.
I know this one, I've experienced people that have this on buzzes quite often.
Hmm.
It's called, well, hopefully I'll say it right. Ablu stop interrupting me, Nigel. This is my phobia. You interrupting me. Right. Ablutophobia. Can you guess what it is?
A what?
Ablutophobia.
Ablutophobia. How are we spelling that?
Ablutopopia. You know what I
Ablutophobia.
mean. Yeah.
Ablutophobia. A fear of Bluto.
Fear of Pluto. No, right. It's a fear of bathing or washing, which is most people that go into CEX.
A fear. A fear of bathing or washing.
Yeah.
Ah, I've never heard of that. Ablutophobia.
Now,
Interesting.
now you have.
Hmm.
Are we taking it in turns, or am I just doing a
Let's
list?
let's take it in turns. Let's mix this up a little bit. So I've got B. Um. So my first one I'm gonna pick is you might get this, you might not.
I will eventually when you say it.
Well, that's not you getting it. So bathmophobia.
Bathmophobia.
Yeah, bathmophobia.
See, that sounds like.
Bathmo phobia.
See, that sounds like it should have been the name for the one I just said.
And
Is
it's
it?
not what it might not be what you think it is. Let's see if you guess.
Is it a fear of people who say bath instead of bath?
No.
Hmm, I don't know then. That was my
It's a
first guess.
it's a fear of stairs or steep slopes.
That makes no sense.
I
Who
know.
names these?
I know. I know.
Although maybe they can't put the name of the actual thing in the phobia, because then when people try and say what their phobia is, they can't say it.
Mm. I've just seen some of the other ones on this list that I've come up with.
But that doesn't make any sense. For like, how do you have a fear of slopes? I kind of get stairs, but slopes.
Maybe it's the thought of climbing the slope, sliding down it, perhaps falling down, not being able to get to the top.
I think Trump has that. He's not very good on slopes, is he?
No, well, he's not very good on many things, to be fair. So what's your next one?
Next one, right? Here we go. Anemophobia.
Anemophobia.
Yeah.
Is this going to be is this going to be something to do with anemics? Is it going to be sort of to do with blood?
No,
No.
honestly, these do not make sense, the names, honestly.
Go on then.
This one's a very rare one, apparently, and it's weird. It's a fear of wind or air.
I think I have that around Ash.
Yeah. And I've got it around you. But can you imagine having a phobia of wind, just in general? So you can't go outside because if there's a breeze,
You
that's
can't
it.
fart either because you fart and you're like, oh shit, and then you shit yourself.
God forbid if you turn the fan on. You turn a
Yeah,
fan on in the room. That's
well, yeah, because that creates a breeze, doesn't it? It creates a form of wind.
what if you walk too fast? You get like a
Towards or
gust.
away from the wind?
No, but like when you're walking around the house and you walk a bit too quick, you get like a gust of wind as
You
you
get a
go.
breeze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
would you be scared of that? But if you're
I don't
scared of
know.
air, how do you breathe? Because you're scared of air. So that's just everywhere. That's not even a wind. That's just
Yeah,
everywhere.
you couldn't even have an oxygen mask or anything, could you? Because that's just like adding to the problem.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Hmm,
another weird one. What's your next one?
okay. So my next one, um, I'm I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with this one, buffonophobia.
What?
Buffonophobia.
Is it a fear?
Bufono phobia.
Is it a fear of buffoons? And by buffoons, I mean people like Boris Johnson.
No, no. Although you could equate it to Nigel Farage, I suppose.
Is it a fear of frogs?
Close. It's a fear of toads.
Oh, near. Both slimy.
Yeah, it's a fear of it's a fear of toads.
That doesn't make these names don't make sense. Is there a phobia for the namings of phobias?
I don't know.
Because they
We'll have to
don't
look
make
that up.
sense. They don't, they
But
don't
yeah,
make any sense.
buffonophobia is a fear of toads. So if you don't like toads, that's what it is. Buffonophobia. It's not a fear of buffons or buffoons. It's just a fear of toads.
What is a
Go on.
bouffon?
Bouffon. It's a hairstyle, isn't it? I think it's a slang term for a hairstyle.
Yeah, random.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, next one. Mine are really difficult to pronounce.
Good. Because this makes this more fun.
Okay. Right. I'm trying to pronounce this.
I'm just
I'm
looking.
trying to
I'm
I'm
look.
trying to pick an easier one for me to say because they're really like some of them are like really difficult. Right.
Mm,
Alpha Alphaphobia.
fear of the alphabet.
It's a good job I don't have this.
Fear of words.
It's the fear
Of
of the
talking.
letter A.
Fear of the letter A. It is a good job you don't have that because
I wouldn't be doing this.
well, exactly.
And I've got one in my name.
But these are really bizarre phobias.
How would you end
Really
up with a
bizarre.
phobia of the letter A?
Well, yeah. It reminds me.
There is also one for a phobia of the letter B, but I won't say that because it begins with the B, and
Ah,
that's your job.
yeah. Hmm, interesting. Um, so I'm going to go with one that's probably a bit more easier for you to get.
Okay.
Bibliophobia.
Oh, is that fear of Jesus people? The
No,
Bible? Oh,
no, no. But the Bible is
Biblia.
one of these.
See, that sounds like a fear of the Bible.
No, just saying.
Biblia.
What's a
Oh,
bibliography?
oh, is it like a fear of books?
Yeah.
How'd you get? What's a book gonna do?
Educate you. I think that's
Mm,
I think that's what a lot of the far right have a fear of books. They don't like being educated, and when you do educate them, they lose their shit.
literally. How many have we done? I've lost count.
Let's do one more each. Let's do one more each.
All right. Speaking of counting, this one is the arithmophobia.
A fear of adding up, fear of sums, fear of counting, fear of numbers.
Yep, it's a fear of numbers.
Why would
Any
you have a
num
fear?
any
Could you
number you're scared of
imagine?
it.
Could
Imagine
you
when you get the
imagine?
post.
Oh, imagine every birthday. Happy birthday, happy 50th. Ah!
Imagine trying to use your keyboard.
Oh God!
Every
Imagine trying
time
to
you
phone someone up.
every time you
Imagine trying to
open your
phone someone
front
up.
door, there's a number.
People like that would get their house changed from a number to a name, wouldn't they? You would give your house a name, not a number.
Then they might get the
Surely.
fear of letters as well.
And could you imagine someone asking for their phone number? What's your phone number? Ah!
Every time they say one digit, they scream.
Oh, that must be awful having a phobia like that. Something that's in your everyday life and having a phobia. How would you cope with that? That
How
must
do
be
you tell
so difficult.
how do you tell the time?
Good point.
Maybe Roman numerals. Do you have a fear of Roman numerals as well?
They're
Or is
numbers
it?
though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Roman numerals are letters. I
Maybe
know that
that's
Roman numerals are
maybe that's a
letters, but
caveat. Maybe they're not scared of Roman numerals. Maybe they could
yeah,
tell the time.
yeah. But imagine if imagine if you had a fear of letters and a fear of numbers.
But then you're just living on a timeless place. You never know. You just go by looking at the sun.
You wouldn't know what day it is because you wouldn't be able to look at what day it is. You wouldn't be able to look at the date or the numbers.
What
Nothing.
year? You wouldn't know what year it was.
No. Well, you probably would, but you'd probably be afraid of it.
God forbid if you want to buy something and they ask for your card number. Do you want to do your last one?
Go on then. Go on then. Let's see if you get this one. There's another easy one, but I'm not going to make it easy for you. Blenophobia.
Oh, say again.
Blenophobia. B L
Spell
E N O phobia.
Xenophobia. I'm stunned. I know there's one that sounds like that that's to do with needles, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, the
What is
fear of
it?
needles. The fear of needles is belonophobia or
It's,
bellone.
it's close. I've heard of
It
that
is.
one.
It's very close.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what
fear
does
of.
yours mean?
It's a fear of slime.
Ugh. What kind of slime? Like toy slime, like the kids have, or
Just slime. So anything that would be slimy. So you could
oh,
get.
so that is the one that's about the fear of Farage. We've worked it out. We've come full circle. Now we know.
Yes. But yeah, fear of slime is blenophobia. So rather interesting. Um, just some other ones. I'm not going to get you to guess, but bacteriophobia, fear of bacteria. Barophobia, fear of gravity. Um,
Really? Can we just stick to that one for a second? How are you?
barophobia.
How are you scared of gravity?
I don't know, but stick around and we'll find out.
But that's not gonna be for next time because we're on a different letter next time.
Oh yeah, we are. But what else have we got? Batophobia, fear of heights or being close to high buildings. So that's
Now,
different from the other one.
now, why is that not a phobia of bats? Doesn't make sense.
Bathophobia, not bathmophobia that I said earlier, but bathophobia, fear of depth. So that makes sense. Bath, lower in depth.
I wouldn't say a bath's deep, would you?
What else we got? Well, depends on the type of bath that you get. Botanophobia. No, you must get that one easily.
Oh, is that fear of plants?
Yeah, fear of plants.
That must be fun.
Um, Bromidrophobia. Now, this is similar to the one that you said about. It's a fear of body smells or emitting a foul odor.
I think we all have that fear of smelly people.
Oh, there's nothing worse than when you're walking along and then someone's in front of you and they stink.
Nothing smells as bad as CEX. That's where everybody goes that has BO.
Have you got any more you just want to add just to say what they are, or are you not going to bother because they're too
Uh,
difficult for you to
well,
pronounce?
I'm gonna have to now because you just hijacked it. We were only meant to do 4. Right. So let's see if you can get this one.
No, we're not guessing. We just I didn't make you guess, did I?
I did try and guess them. Right. You got anthrophobia, which is a fear.
Anthrophobia, fear of anthrax.
No, that's a fear of flowers.
Oh,
So
so similar.
don't never give them a bunch of flowers.
Mm,
You've got androphobia, which is a
fear of
fear of
Andrew.
that's
Fear
a
of Prince
fear of
Andrew.
depends how old you are. Um, that's a fear. That's a fear of men.
What?
A
Called
fear
Andrew?
of men, maybe. A fear of men. And one last one. Oh God, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that one. Shall I try and pronounce it?
Go on, because it's fun. It's fun to
Right,
watch you
you
struggle.
ready? This one's like 20 letters long. Arachibuttirophobia.
What? Is it a fear
Ar-
of chip butties?
Arachibuttirophobia. No, it's a fear of peanut butter.
Oh, interesting.
I know. Makes
So
no
yeah,
sense.
so that's phobias. That's phobias this week. Have you got any phobias out there, dear listeners? If so, let us know. So we are back with What If, where we talk about something that we think, oh, what if this? What if that? What if this didn't happen? What if this didn't exist? What if this did happen? And last time it was my turn, and this time it's going to be Josh. So Josh, what's your what if of the episode?
My what if is what if humans didn't have to sleep?
Well, we'd just be tired all the time, wouldn't we? I suppose.
No, no. If we don't, we never need sleep. We never ever have. We've never needed sleep. We don't require sleep.
So would that be the same as what if we didn't need rest? Because surely sleep is rest, isn't it?
Well, resting could be just sitting down.
True. So
Sleeping
if
is
we
like full on going shutting down, kind of.
so if we didn't need sleep, our bodies sleeping is resting, isn't it? It's a form of recharging our bodies.
Yeah, but
So
if we never needed it, then that means our bodies don't need it to recharge or anything
hmm,
because
so
we
it
never
naturally
needed it.
so the body naturally recharges as we're going along on our daily business. So in theory, if we didn't need sleep, everywhere would be open 24/7, wouldn't it? So we'd have
Hmm.
shops would be open 24/7. I mean, emergency services are open 24/7 anyway. Um, so yeah, so shops would be open all the time. Restaurants would be open all the time. Would there be such
Plus,
thing as breakfast, lunch, and dinner then?
probably not. Probably maybe, but not the names. But the
Morning
average,
meal,
the
afternoon meal.
average, the average. Well, yeah, the average person sleeps for 1/3 of their whole life.
So we get a third of our life back,
Yeah, but imagine
wouldn't we?
like you wouldn't go to bed, so you'd be just doing things all through the night, all through the day. You never really stop because you don't sleep, so you don't need a
So
nap
would
either.
so we wouldn't have bedrooms, would we?
No,
Bedrooms would be gone. We wouldn't get a
but
nap, as you
there'd be
say.
beds wouldn't exist.
So that's one shop that wouldn't be open 24/7. Bed shops,
And they
because they
wouldn't
wouldn't exist.
exist. Yeah. But just imagine, like, not only how much more work you'd get done, but also everybody around the world would always be awake. So
Hmm.
when you're normally going to bed and they're waking up, that wouldn't happen. You'd all just be awake.
Hmm.
But
That's interesting.
imagine if you got bored though, you wouldn't be able to go to bed.
No,
So you'd just be bored.
you'd have to watch something, maybe even play a board game.
Would they? Yeah. But just imagine like never ever needing sleep. Nobody.
What would you do about your naps? You
Well,
love your naps.
I'm always tired anyway in general, so
So if you
maybe
don't,
I
so if
wouldn't
you're
be
not,
tired anymore because
well, that's the
I'd
thing.
auto generate,
Mm.
and I wouldn't have insomnia anymore because I would never need sleep.
Yeah, but insomnia would exist, but it wouldn't be known as insomnia, I suppose, would it? Because
Well, insomnia is being unable to sleep, but you don't sleeping doesn't exist, so therefore insomnia wouldn't exist.
yeah,
And also, then the other question is, if you're having an operation, can they put you under?
no,
Because
you'd have to be awake for the whole thing.
technically that would be putting you asleep,
Mm.
but you can't sleep.
So imagine being awake to have an op. Imagine having open heart surgery or something. I mean, that would be quite. I think that'd be quite traumatizing because you'd be watching the whole thing take place. But then I suppose if that was something that was the norm, it'd be something you'd be used to
Just have
seeing.
some good pain meds.
You'd have to
But
have some good
but
pain meds.
imagine how much stuff you'd get done though, because especially gaming, I'd be like, right, I'm not tired. I don't need to go to bed. I'm just gonna game. But even like it'll get dark, and that doesn't mean anything. You just carry on with what you're doing.
You'd be going out, wouldn't you? You'd be
You
going out
wouldn't
all night
have
long.
you wouldn't have night owls or early morning people. They're just when would you have a shower and things? When would you brush your teeth? Because there's
But
no
you'd
routine.
well, I suppose you'd make a routine, wouldn't you? You'd make a
Would
routine for yourself. I mean, you'd shower when you feel unclean, wouldn't you? I know I would. If I started to feel like I'm feeling a bit icky,
yeah, but you know when you
I need
have
to wash, I need
like
to clean.
you have a routine like you brush your teeth when you wake up or before bed, you wouldn't have that anymore. So
Mm.
all that would be weird. Would you just eat all the when would you eat? Would you eat like in the middle of the night or would you only eat when it's light and then you don't eat when it's dark? How would that work? Because you don't sleep.
You'd eat when you're hungry. That's when I'd eat. I'd be like, hungry now.
Yeah, but if you never
I,
sleep, you'd end up
I've got a
eating.
solution. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, but if you didn't sleep, you'd probably end up eating more
Hmm,
because you're not asleep.
that's true. That's
And
very true.
I wonder if animals wouldn't sleep either. Anybody wouldn't sleep. Sleep doesn't exist. So everything is
See
awake all the
now you're branching
time.
out. I mean, you've been quite general with that. What if, haven't you? What if sleep doesn't exist? Not what if we couldn't sleep? What if we didn't need sleep?
You get a lot more things done,
Hmm.
but I feel like you could have like several jobs because you never get tired because you don't need sleep.
Oh, but would you get tired, as in a bit exhausted, and you just need to rest and chill out and just sit down for a while?
Just recharge for a moment. Stand in the sun, solar powered. Like, would we have something like that? So in replacement for sleep, would we like have to stand in the sun and our body like turns it into energy, or would we have to eat a certain thing that
You see
recharges
now,
us?
you see now,
Would our body have an alternative to
see
sleep?
now you're going down the route of the Borg from Star Trek, aren't you?
Yes, but
Because they regenerate in alcoves. But then we wouldn't dream, would we? Either we wouldn't be able to dream if we didn't have sleep.
maybe you daydream,
Yeah,
but like this is why I like picking ones that make your brain hurt a bit because what would we have? Would we have different things replacing sleep?
potentially, potentially.
So
I wouldn't like to live in a world where we don't have sleep. I enjoy
I
my
would,
sleep when I get it.
yeah, I like my naps.
I know you like your naps. It's now time for Josh to be a moany old bitch. It's the Complaints Closet. Welcome back to the Complaints Closet, Josh. The look you're
I'm
giving me is
just
utter filth.
filth, disgust, despair.
Nothing new. Nothing new. So, It's the Complaints Closet. What are you going to be complaining about this week, Josh? I'm going to throw you on the spot again.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome, very welcome.
I am going to complain this week about autocorrect. Because for far too long, autocorrect has been the bane of all of our lives, and it doesn't get any better. They try and say that it's more intuitive and stuff. It isn't. It's worse. It doesn't let me swear. It doesn't matter what I want to say. It's like, no, you don't mean to say that swear word. You want to say this word. No, I don't.
It did help you the other day, though. It helped you come up with a new swear word when you were actually saying something else.
Yes. But I'm just sick of it because I've told you this story before. This was years ago. My friend was messaging me, telling me how her mum was rushed into hospital and she was really ill.
Yeah.
And she said she should be home by Friday or something. And I typed, I hope she does. And it changed it. It changed it and it said, I hope she dies. And I was mortified.
Oh.
And ever since then, I've never trusted it. But it's just, honestly.
I'm sorry, that set me off.
Can you imagine my face when I clicked send and realised that it had changed the word? Because
that's when you frantically reply saying, I hope she does, not dies.
Yeah, I hope she does, after I've just said I hope she dies. Double down on it. But I'm just sick of it because I try and say, like, you try and say the word shit, it'll say shot. If you try and say fuck, it says duck. I'm like, when does anyone ever say duck off?
Never. Unless they're trying to be polite. Although you say that, and it's like I have this issue with autocorrect where it's not just autocorrect, but it's auto finish as well. So it'll try and predict what you're trying to say, and you can be saying something, and it'll literally change the words. And once you've hit send, your message makes no sense because it's saying completely different to what you wanted it to say.
I'm just had enough of it. It's happening all the time. Or I'm trying to like type my password in for something, which is obviously like the most ridiculous passwords ever, and then it tries to turn that into a word. So I've just typed in all these random symbols, and then it turns it into a word. So then I've got to delete it and do it again.
Do you know what can be fun though? A little fun game that the people might want to play when they do this. So what you can do, you can actually go onto your phone and you can go onto shortcuts. So you can set a shortcut for a word. So for example, if you wanted to type a certain word or type a certain sentence or something, you could title the shortcut. So if you change it to LOL, which is a common thing that people respond with, you could literally say that the shortcut is LOL, but what it's going to change it to is something completely different. So, when you're responding LOL to people, you could actually be responding. It will change it to something really bizarre or something really weird. So you come up with these really odd phrases or sayings or sentences or words.
See, I might do that to my grandma because she's always messaging me on Facebook, and she always uses similar words. Like she'll say "pal" all the time to get my attention. I could change that to something really offensive, and I'm like, "What did you just say to me?"
You could
no, I meant
you could
this.
Change. You could change LOL, and that's the shortcut, and you could make the word something like "fuck nugget."
Well, you're a dickhead.
Or I love anal. Or something really bizarre like that.
She'll be like, no, I didn't mean that. I meant I love anal.
Could you imagine your grandma sending you a message like that and you're like, what the fuck?
She does a Facebook post and she puts LOL on the end and it goes, Merry Christmas, everyone. I love anal.
So that's a little fun game. If you want to play a little trick on friends or family or partners, or whatever, just go onto their phone, go into the shortcuts, and change words they often use in text message, or if they sign off a text message in a certain way, you could just change it to that and see if they notice, and then you get these really bizarre messages through. It's good comedy entertainment for you.
Yeah, but now you've hijacked my complaints closet. Have you ever had any mishaps with autocorrect saying that it hopes someone's mother dies?
No, no. I have had to remind someone if they I've had to send someone a message to say don't forget to bring your EpiPen because uh, they have allergies to peanuts. And I have to. I've got a friend who I've had to remind before to bring their EpiPen when they're going out when they're coming out with us for the day. And unfortunately, it changed it to Epic Penis. Don't forget to
Don't
to
forget to
bring
bring
your.
your epic penis. Sounds like something you'd say to Aaron.
So yeah.
What's your complaint?
So my
Even though you've just
complaint is
hijacked mine.
well, my complaint is something hopefully you won't be able to hijack this week. And it's around gym etiquette. You know all about gym etiquette, don't you, Josh?
Gin or Jim?
Gym, GYM, gym,
Nah,
gym
no,
etiquette.
no, I don't know her.
So I was out for lunch with my friend Nikki yesterday. We were having a catch up. We actually got onto the subject of gym etiquette about how when you go to the gym, you go onto a piece of machinery, you go onto a piece of equipment, and you go onto the equipment to do your workout. But then you get some people that will um, go to use a piece of equipment that perhaps you're a little bit religious about going around and working around the equipment that you're going to use. You might have a bit of a method of, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do so many reps on this, so many reps on that, so many reps on that. But then you get people that will go and sit on a piece of equipment that you're probably going to use next, and you think, okay, that's fine. They're using it, not a problem. I'll wait. I'll go on to my next piece of equipment. But then they sit on the equipment, and then they just sit on their phone for about 20 minutes. They're not using the equipment. They just sit on it using their phone. They're texting, sending emails, messaging, whatever. Now, I don't have a problem with people if between reps they're going to they just want to check a text message, they want to check the social media for a minute or two. Don't have a problem with that because you have to have a short break between reps before you carry on and do your next set. But it's the people that do that, or the people that um, they might have a little routine that they're doing, which means they're going to go from one piece of equipment to the next, to the next, to the next. But they're doing so many reps on one piece of equipment, then so many reps on the next, and then they're not using any of the equipment at that time. And you go to use it, and they tell you off, and they say, "No, no, I'm using that," but you're on that. You're on that piece of equipment. Well, why can't I use this? I just need to do a couple of sets on this. And no, I'm using it, but you're not. We am. You're not. So it's that whole etiquette of people using equipment and tying up equipment, and so that other people can't use it, and they could be tying up several pieces of equipment at once because they want to do this little routine. And it's like, well, hang on a minute, that's just selfish. Um, I mean, have you ever experienced that, Josh?
Um, no,
What
I
what is a phobia of gyms? Because we talked about phobias. What is a phobia of gyms? Is that your phobia?
I think the last time I went to a gym was probably when I was 18.
Crikey, about 20 years ago then.
Yeah, I'm just 20 years ago. Piss off.
That took you a moment.
But yeah, you can just avoid all this problem by not going to the gym.
Yeah, but I like it. Gyms are good for the mental health. They help
Not
to
they're not good. They're not good for my mental health.
well, if I do find that gyms help me from mentally because it's a little escape, it's a little break, and I sort of come away from there feeling good about myself, I think.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, what do you think of what described around gym etiquette? Do you think I've got a fair point there, or do you think I'm just being a bit over the
Well,
top about it?
I have seen posts on social media before about gyms, especially when it's like them people who don't clean the equipment after they've used it. I've seen a lot of
Oh,
posts about that
yeah,
because
I
I
can't
the
stand it.
amount of times I've seen people posting pictures of people that have got off the equipment and there's just an imprint of their sweaty sack on the equipment and they've just walked off.
Yeah, I hate that.
Again,
I mean,
germs, diseases, sweat. I ain't going anywhere near that. Nope.
see, my gym, they've got wipes, wipe pods around dotted around the gym, so you can literally take out a fresh wipe, and then just sort of go over the equipment and clean it. And I just do that every time because yeah, I sweat a lot when I'm at the gym. I get a bit sweaty, and I think, well, no one needs to sit on that after me. So I'll just give it a wipe down. Everything that I've touched, I'll give it a wipe down. Um, you know, I mean, I see some people go over it with their towel, their hand towel, but the hand towel they've wiped themselves with and wiped sweat off, and I think you're just wiping your sweat back on it again. You're not really cleaning
You're
it.
just smearing it over the.
But again, that boils down to gym etiquette. Clean the equipment afterwards, treat the equipment with respect, put everything back. But if you've taken it off of the things like with weights and stuff like that, I mean, I've seen people take weights off, use the bench to do the weights, and then just leave the weights next to the bench and then walk off and go on to another bit of equipment. It's like, just put the fucking weights back. The rack is literally in front of you. Don't be
I bet
lazy. The rack is in front of you. Just put it back.
I have seen posts before about the gym locker rooms, the changing rooms, and the showers as well.
See, I'm
That's
quite
where
lucky.
that's where all the grossness happens.
See, I'm quite lucky with my gym because they're all private cubicles where you can lock the door, and it's literally like a nice little shower room where you can change, you can shower, and that's it. But I have seen people that have dropped tissues on the floor and just left them. I've even seen someone that's put a used plaster and stuck it on the back of the door.
Wasn't that on
A
your
used
complaint ages ago?
Probably, yeah. I think it was a complaint about leaving disgusting things in public places. But yeah, someone put a plaster on the back of the door in the cubicle, and I was like, that is disgusting. That plaster has been covering an injury, a cut, or a wound, or something like that. That's probably infected. That's a biohazard. Put it in a fucking, take it with you and put it in a bin.
That's
You know,
enough to put. That's enough to put anybody off of gyms.
it's just disgusting. But yeah, that's my complaint this week. Gym etiquette. Um, Something I know you can relate to. And that is all we've got time for this week. We hope that you've enjoyed the show. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you, and I hope that Josh has also enjoyed bringing it to you. Have you enjoyed it, Josh?
I have. I've learnt some new phobias that I possibly have now.
Have you come away with any new phobias?
Yeah, phobia to your dad jokes.
Rudeness. Well, on that note, we're going to leave you this week, and we are back in a couple of weeks' time with a Halloween special, where we're going to be bringing you the spooks, the funs, and some talks on some horror movies and spooky shows. So, until then, until next time, stay safe and be happy.